the book Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 11. It says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rikah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim that's pushing in truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying, first and foremost to the whole elect, and to those that cleave to the body. And this is a magniloquent phrase, man, that's made of this devil, right? And I got that word. I just found that word just now, which makes a whole lot of sense, all right, when you look it up. Okay, and 444, you know, just passed by. But when you look it up, it's a root word out of there's another word synonym to lofty, all right, because I wanted to read lofty in the online etymology, but I ran into this word magniloquent, all right. And this devil got some magniloquent horns, man, all right. He's lifting up his horn on high. Especially when I saw this article, I'm like, well, hey, all right, this a magniloquent phrase, man, all right. It says President Trump warns if Iran does anything that stops the flow of the oil within the Strait of Hormuz, they will be hit by the United States of America 20 times harder than they have been hit thus far. All right, and as far as we know, right, we not on base or on, you know, within the realms of the exchange of missiles and the bombings of, you know, different areas out in the Middle East between Iran and Israel, and, you know, and what's going actually on. So far that we know, that the news could be, you know, it could be propaganda that America is winning a war against Iran, which brothers did videos and lessons on it. All right, basically stating, basically going over the state and which, you know, what can be potentially happen through, and that's through the lenses of the spirit, which I trust that, okay, over all things, right? So I'm gonna go with what's in the spirit, you know. But the Lord put the spirit on brothers to, you know, find out certain things, be privy to certain information that allows us to look, you know, look into depth of it and see both sides and where we can judge the matter. All right. Now, as we correct, like you said, you know, all righteousness belonging unto the Lord. All right. But nonetheless, when I get into this article, you know, this devil is diabolical, man. All right. Saying what you gonna do if these people stop the oil, which obviously we know, you know, that Strait of Hormuz is where the, you know, the trading route goes, and the oil and different things of that nature. But that's what America get for being an export country. And then you can't tell somebody what to do with theirs, man. All right? You run yours how you want. Why is you in another man's house, man? All right? Speaking high on what you gonna do, okay? And then go and do it. All right? Because at this point, you know, they didn't shut it off. The blockade, I think it was a blockade. I hate when I ramble a little bit because I've been and read the article, but there's so much other things I'm looking at and reading, it just kind of escaped me sometimes, all right? But I forgot who exactly ran the ship to the blockade of Iran. And I may be mixing this article with something else, but Salaki for that, man. But I don't have it on hand. I should have probably had that. I didn't think I would speak of it. But anyways, what's now happening is America is feeling the aftermath of high, you know, oil and gas prices, which is a main resource used in America. Pretty much that gas and that oil is pretty much in all the engines and everything. It's the oil, and it's the oil of America, man. Okay, oil is the most essential part that anybody can pretty much use, especially here. All right, oil and gas, you kind of got to do that with everything. All right, it's a part of everyday life. A lot of the main things we use in life can't get used without it. All right, so America feeling the aftermath. But I'm gonna read some of this article. All right, and I ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna get to the point. All right, it says President Donald Trump warned that the United States could dramatically escalate military action against Iran if Tehran attempts to halt oil shipments through the Strait of Hormuz, which, if I believe, I think they already did that. Declaring that such move would trigger a response 20 times harder than the strikes already carried out in recent days. All right. So it says Trump outlined the potential consequences if Iran interferes with maritime traffic in the strategic waterway, the president wrote. And see, these are the traffickers or the honorable of the earth that the Lord said he was going to stain in the book of Isaiah. Let's get that. All right, 23. Well, I'll read one more in Isaiah 2 and 12, then I'll get to Isaiah 23. It says, for the day of Yahweh of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. All right, so it's time for this devil to come down, as it says in Obadiah 1. All right, his devil pride has exalted him, man. All right, now let's get this in Isaiah 23 real quick. And this was happening, all right, to Babylon, America, all right, according to the Heavenly Father. And it's going down as it says, all right. This is Isaiah 23 and 7. It says, is this your joy city, whose antiquity is of ancient days? Her own feet shall carry her afar off to sojourn. Who had taken counsel against Tyre, the crowning city? See, America, Babylon is that golden cup. So it is likened to the crowning city today, whose traffickers are the honorable of the earth. Then I just read Trump outline if Iran interferes with maritime traffic in the strategic waterway. See? Or the honorable of the earth is question marks. Tyre, the crowning city, whose merchants are princes, right? Who's the prince of this world? The elites, man. It says Yahweh of hosts had purposed it to stain the pride of all glory. And this part of staining their pride, all right, by what? Cutting off their merchandise. You see? The Lord is strategically breaking Babylon down. It says, and to bring in contempt all the honorable of the earth. So it says the traffickers are the honorable of the earth. Okay? You see that? So who are the traffickers, man? Are the merchants. America, see, they got to get stuff in. They didn't consider that before they went to war. Right? Yeah? Merchant, trader. Okay? See that? Also mean traffickers means also to be humbled, subdued, to be brought down into subjection, humbled oneself. See? Bring down, under, subdue. Okay, when you look up that traffickers. Okay? To be sunken. So the Lord sank in America, man. Okay, it says, if Iran does anything that stops, all right, this is what he said. If Iran does anything that stops the flow of oil within the Strait of Hormuz, they will be hit by the United States of America 20 times harder than they ever been hit thus far. Additionally, we will take out easily destroyed targets that will make it virtually impossible for Iran to ever be built back as a nation again. Death, fire, and fury will rain upon them. Now, it tell you in Revelation that death, fire, and brimstone gonna rain upon America. So this devil is speaking his own demise, you know, into the atmosphere, man. He's basically telling the other nation the destruction that's going to come upon him. All right? It says fire going to burn her. The her is Babylon the Great. It says, but I hope and pray that it does not happen. This is a gift from the United States of America to China and all of those nations that heavily use the Hormuz Strait. Hopefully, it is a gesture that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald Trump. He had pride, the pride of this damn devil. You know? Okay? That's what this devil said. It says the statement comes amid the ongoing U.S. military campaign known as Operation Epic Fury, which was launched by Donald Trump at 1:15 a.m. on February 28, 2026. The operation, conducted by the United States Central Command, is aimed at dismantling what officials describe as the Iranian regime security and military infrastructure. Now, Iran have a new leader because his daddy was killed. Damn, I forget his name. All right, and I had an article that I was reading or looking up that the Edomite that was where I think he used to work for CNN. All right, and he matter of fact, let me get it, man. Salagan. You know, all these damn devil names, they all devils. All right, but I want to remember his name. All right, because he was talking about he was talking about the new Iranian leader. Let's see if I can pull it up here. So log it for this. Okay. See if I can pull it up here. Gotta go back to the group chat where I added the brother. Okay. On yesterday. Let me get to it. Bear with me right here. Yup, here you go. Fareed Zakarian, Iran's new supreme leader. He said it's a very bad sign for the war. All right, let me see this real quick. Let me see this this other devil name. No brother's familiar with him. Women right here. It's on CNN. Trying to think of this damn devil, this blue-eyed, yellow-haired devil, man. Think he got fired. See this damn devil name. Let's see.
And then the hardliners essentially saying that's not the policy, and here's the new leader.
Iran is a relatively speaking a liberal, a moderate. He was a doctor. The hardliners didn't want him to run. So he comes from.
He announced Sunday morning.
The sign here.
What the hell is this damn devil, man?
It was interesting.
Damn, where the hell they went at? But this is a blue-eyed devil. He like a commentator, all right, he on CNN. I forget this devil name, man. But it don't matter, none of that. But they was discussing this new Iranian supreme Iranian leader, all right, which is the son, I believe, of the Ayatollah that was supposedly killed. All right, let's see. I see back here. All right, let's go back to the article real quick. It says, okay. And I'm gonna get a few precepts, and I'm gonna get that word magniloquent. All right, then I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, because enough been said. All right, Operation Epic Fury. It says during the first 10 days of the campaign, the U.S. forces struck more than 5,000 targets across Iran. Military planners focus primarily on locations assessed to pose imminent threats, including command and control center, air defense system, ballistic missile sites, and military communication networks. All right. It also targeted Iran's naval and missile capabilities. Get down here. That's what I'm reading here. According to the initial operation summary, more than 50 Iranian ships have been damaged or destroyed as part of the campaign. All right, it's just telling you, some of the things, the way that they attack. All right, now let's get into this, because it's really was about this quote, more or less. Now you got the word here, magniloquent. It says lofty or ambitious in expression. Now we know this is the reflection of Donald Trump, J. Trump. Nero 47 Trump. All right, like the brother like to say. Okay, Nero 47. All right, get here. It's a lot. I'm not kind of in the midst of everything. Just park it real quick so I could get better into it. All right, kind of multitasking. Doing a lot here. All right, it says a back formation of magniloquence. All right, you got lofty style or language. See, this devil speak highly, man, high towards the heavens. All right, as if the Lord is not controlling him, man. But the Lord got his heart. All right, it says, and he have lifted up. It says from magniloquence, pompous and talk. See, vaunting, boastful, from combining form of magnus, which means great, and locus speaking. See, great speaking. See, this double spoke. All right, and we know it in Revelation. All right, the way this devil speak. All right, let's get this. Right, this is Revelation. Right, gotta be 13. Right. Devil speak speak with a double tongue. Yep. This is Revelation 13:11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. See that? He's speaking as a damn dragon. All right, but only thing is, prophecy is against you on this one. See, you thought the Lord was all together with you, you goddamn devil. All right, but now the Lord have really allowed you to get those, conquer those 7 countries in 5 years. But he had you run into this one, all right, that you ain't gonna conquer this one. All right. And even if you do, the men that's guards unto him, all right, God, that's a God, a guard unto these other nations in China, they gonna overcome you, because it's biblical prophecy, man. All right, and he's speaking as a damn dragon. Okay, is it in that? All right. He exercised all the power of that first beast that would be formed. In the Roman military Rome, the same people, man, same structure, man. Okay? That's why it says, and cause it the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. All right? And this is the revised Roman Empire. Okay? And this America, Babylon, comes out of the Roman structure, or the base of Rome. Okay? Yeah, magniloquent. The name of that, man. Omen nomen. The speaker who this goddamn devil is. All right, let's get a couple more precepts, then I'll get out of here. All right. It says, this is on Proverbs 30. Goddamn devil. this is enough said just right here, man. This a bold talk here. Okay. This Proverbs 30 and 12. It says, this is a generation that appear in their own eyes and yet is not washed from their filthiness. There is a generation who oh, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up, man. Right? From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. This devil, in this devil heart, all right, lies within, the power in which he got the spirit to do whatever he want. But you actually is being controlled on everything you say and do. So when you say that, all right, that's the left hand side of the Lord predicting you to go into your downfall, man. Remember, the end of their time shall come through them. All right. The modern day Medes and Persians, all right, they gonna get the job done on you goddamn devils, man. Iran and Russia, along with their alliances, China, all right, they gonna get the damn job done, man. You see that? This is Isaiah 12 and 17. I should have got that one when I was there. Well, chapter 2, verse 17, it says, and all the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the hardiness of men shall be made low, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day. And that's the day we waiting for. This devil gonna get struck down like Satan, man. He saw him fall from heaven. All right. Well, this devil only could go so much. He only got so much longer. And I'm gonna say this devil already in the midst of his fall. All right. The minute the word came back, all right, that was the height of this devil, the high as it was gonna be. But once the minute of the Lord came back in the earth, all right, that started the fall of Esau, Edom, the true fall. Okay, this is Isaiah. Lord gonna bring the pump down. Okay. This is Isaiah 5 and 14. It says, therefore hell had enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory and their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoices shall descend into it. And the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled. All right. So at this point, okay, the Lord intend to bring the pump of Esau, Edom down. Okay. Let's get that. And the Lord have commanded his sanctified ones to do it, man. And it's going to get done. This is Isaiah 14 and 11. It says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Which that's their power. All right. Heaven just represents is a position of rulership. Their rulership is being broken. The staff is being, all right, taken out of their hand. All right. Now the Lord gonna break them with the sword. He gonna contend with the rod of his son, man. Which Yahweh is that rod. Okay. It says, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also among the mountain of the congregation, meaning sitting up high in the sides of the north, which is over here. And that's how you can identify that this devil, all right, is the same one that's making this statement right here, man. All right. If Iran does anything to stop the flow of the earth within the Strait of Hormuz, they would be hit by the United States of America 20 times harder than they ever been hit thus far. Let's see that. Let's see that happen then. I'll get one more and get out of here. Because the point made, All right. It says, Isaiah 26:5, for he bringeth down them that dwell on high, the lofty city. He laid low, even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust. Because the confusion got to cover those who put confusion within the earth. They made people to drink of it. All right. Be confused by it in the dust. All right. And their philosophies. Okay. And their customs. And now they have to be recompensed for the things that they done did into the nations of the earth, man. All right. Now the nations, they feeling the heat. All right. The Lord done turned everything back around on this devil, man. That he could have the proper recompense of suffering of the things that he has suffered. Okay. But that's pretty much the point, you know. Let this devil continue to fall in his pride. All right. That he may be consumed. You see? Because the pride of his heart has done seized him, man. Okay, he exalted himself as the eagle. You know, and though he set his nest amongst the stars, which that's his satellites, all right, you know, he gonna be, you know, then the Lord gonna bring him down. So he reached the height of the heights. All right, this devil done reached the height of his house. His glory is gone. America could never be great again. All right, every kingdom had its time, and this is the year for the 250th anniversary of debt to the whore, man. So I don't want to write this out. Was that a fine man? Next, I'm gonna say shalom.